Donald Trump's presidential campaign has revealed over the weekend that it has been the alleged victim of a foreign hack. And people are saying that it was the Iranians that did it. But basically, a couple of weeks ago, around July 22nd, a number of media outlets, including Politico and apparently the New York Times, received messages from someone named Robert as a cover name with a trove of info that had been hacked from the Trump campaign, with some of it being apparently a little bit spicy. The person sending the emails went on to state that they possessed a variety of different documents pertaining to internal campaign discussions, including Trump's legal and court documents, which could be fascinating. The full details of what is available to the emailer have yet to be confirmed, although a research file dated February 23rd and apparently comprising a dirty laundry dossier compiled about JD Vance ahead of the VP pick is known to be among them. 273 pages, they say, this dossier on JD Vance is, which means there's a lot more out there that we haven't seen yet.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
And so Steven Cheung, the campaign director for Trump, said that they were obtained illegally from foreign sources, and they were designed to interfere in the election and sow chaos, and that any media or news outlet reprinting documents or internal communications are doing the bidding of America's enemies and doing exactly what they want. And as many people have noted, that is a slightly different way of talking about these documents coming out than Trump himself did in 2016 when he said, "I love WikiLeaks. Oh, WikiLeaks released the documents, WikiLeaks. Oh no, I talked to Billy Bush, WikiLeaks, I need your help." And the media played ball. And for months, just every day, it was more talk about those documents. And so if that was the ethical obligation of the media, it's newsworthy, you gotta talk about it. In that case, why is it that for 3 weeks they've been sitting on this stuff, and not only have they not revealed what it is, they only revealed now that it happened? And so it would seem fair, and the precedent that Trump and his campaign set, for them to reveal what they have. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm glad they haven't released it yet. But it is interesting, yes, the difference in treatment. Maybe we've learned something, media, in these 8 years since the WikiLeaks hack, which I believe the line from Donald Trump was, "WikiLeaks, if you're listening, help, do more, hack the DNC." But it was like a direct call to them. I don't know what is real here. I know that Microsoft came out with some statement that said that maybe they had been breached by Iranian hackers. You know, my mind goes to everything that's happening in the Middle East right now and wondering whether Iran truly has the time or interest to hack Donald Trump's campaign and why they would. It feels a little sus. I'm just gonna leave that ball bouncing. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. But yeah, 271 pages on JD Vance. There could be a lot of juicy stuff in there. I've also seen, takes that like actually 271 pages on someone who you are vetting for your vice presidential slot is nothing. That it should be far, far more than that. And oh my God, they did a really rushed job on it. So who knows? But of course now Trump he gets to be a victim again. So it's good. So John, I don't think we'll get any kind of platform from Trump. He can just do this shtick of being the victim for the next couple weeks.
It's entirely possible. And look, the New York Times in particular seems to be just for months now, just doing the bidding of Donald, especially since Joe Biden stepped down. Like all of their headlines are like, they clearly consulted. I'm not saying they actually did, but it feels like they consulted with the Trump campaign. We'll see, I could be surprised, but I would not be surprised if they never revealed what they actually have, despite the obsessive level of details on WikiLeaks back in the day. So in terms of him being a victim, he's free to try. I don't know how much sympathy he's gonna have a week out for the hack and I just love to remind everyone, he got shot a few weeks ago and nobody cares now. And I just find that to be amazing and delightful that he was shot and nobody cares about it a couple weeks later. So
I just appreciate just how much of a piss you're taking out of it, because that's my angle. And in the immediate aftermath, we all had to be like, "Oh, political violence is terrible," except for all the violence that the right has stoked.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he did get shooted a little bit. And again, I say he might have to get shot at again.
Oh my God.
in order to actually win this thing. So
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
look, I still think political violence is really bad. And that event was a tragedy that just had very little to do with Donald Trump. There were actual victims.
Yes,
I
there
just
were.
hate when he makes himself out to be one of them when he wasn't. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?